This episode is sort of a filler episode because sometimes life gets in the way of living and I just couldn't make it. So here we go. This week there'll be a new episode, and the following week there'll be a new episode as well. I'm Jaydelnegro, and I recognize that in order to get to where you need to get to, sometimes you have to look back on your journey along the way. Welcome to the next 40. So yeah, that's what I said. I was planning to record another episode and release that the following week. I also said life sometimes gets in the way of living, and that's precisely what happened. So with this episode, what I'm going to do is go back just to the previous episode, which is still staying in theme for welcoming you all to the next 40, to tell you why I didn't release another episode right away. That also impacts going into the next 40 significantly. And just to cut to the chase and get straight to it, it was health reasons. I went to urgent care because of a pain in the right side of my face. In turn, urgent care took my vitals and was like, we need to get you to the ER. I got to the ER, and it's what I've always known, it's what I've dealt with for most of my life, but the numbers were significant. In short, my blood pressure was 200 over 100. Those aren't the exact numbers, but that's the range I was in. And I didn't feel like anything was off. Everything felt normal, minus the pain on the side of my face. Spent 9 hours in the ER that day, not because of my ailment, but because of ERs in the state of this country with illnesses right now. I was given some medication to address the blood pressure and recommended to go off to see another clinician to have some other tests done. Did so. Some things are perfect, other things are not. But I now have to address the problem that I've had most of my adult life. I want to make it and continue to flourish throughout my next 40. But that news knocked me on my ass just for a little bit. Threw me off. Wasn't on my game at all. Couldn't really focus on the fun things, because along with that came some other news, mainly like lifestyle, dietary, exercise, things of that effect. It's not immediately life or death, but it is life or death. And to hear that after going through your middle of your life, it's sunk in. Again, I've been dealing with this for most of my adult life. I thought I had it managed and under control, but apparently I did not. I wasn't winning this battle. So now I have to take some other steps to move forward. As of today, I feel fine. Medication, here or there, but ultimately I feel fine. I feel just as fine as I was in the ER when the pain was on the side of my face. Nothing felt wrong that day, and every time the nurse would come out to take my blood pressure every 2 hours or so, they would ask me if I was feeling okay, and I was like, no, I feel fine. I just want something for this pain. I didn't even want like a narcotic or anything, no opioids or nothing. I just wanted fucking Advil, something to help with that. But they wouldn't give me that until they addressed the blood pressure issue. And they ended up giving me 2 Tylenol. And again, I wasn't there for the pain. I was just hoping for some antibiotic, get it cleared up after 7 days, and go on about my business. Well, they stopped me, and I couldn't exactly go on about my business. And as a result, I couldn't go on and just make another recording. I had to figure some things out, and I took that time to do that. If you're watching this, you notice the setup's a little bit different. That was a part of that. I want to make sure I'm planning things out a little bit better. My health, with my production, my art, me in general. I want to have this next 40 because that's exactly what this podcast is about. Living and fulfilling and cherishing the moment, relishing in the opportunities for the next 40 years of my life. Health is a big part of that. And I can't avoid it. Again, I wasn't winning. I'm here now. I'm going to continue to be here now. I'm going to do the work. So if you'd like to do some work and recommend the show to a friend, subscribe, write in, let me know what you think so far, please do so. Send me a message. I'd love to respond. I love to give you an update, and I will continue to give updates here. Nothing too personal, but just general. Hey, I'm doing all right. These are the wins. These are the goals. And I do have some goals in mind, and I will establish some wins along the way. As I always like to say, welcome to the next 40, and I will see you on the next episode.